Alright, let's talk about the future of air combat. For decades, America has relied on legendary jets like the F-16 and the revolutionary F-22, Raptor and F-35. Light into two, maintain air superiority, but as technology advances and potential threats evolve, the US Air Force is already looking over the horizon, asking, what comes next? Now, before we go any further, let's be crystal clear. The F-33 designation isn't officially assigned to any aircraft yet. It's a placeholder, a popular fan-made name for the next-generation fighter that will eventually replace the F-22. Officially, this program is known as the Next Generation Air Dominance, or NGAD program. But for the sake of excitement, we'll stick with F-33 for now, because it represents the pinnacle of what's possible. So what would an F-33 look like? Forget everything you think you know about fighter jets. We're not just talking about a faster, stealthier F-22. We're talking about a complete paradigm shift. The NGAD program is envisioned as a system of systems, not just a single aircraft. The centerpiece would be a sixth-generation manned fighter, the jet we're calling the F-33. But it wouldn't fly alone. It would act as the quarterback for a team of uncrewed, autonomous drones, often called collaborative combat aircraft, or CC. Imagine this. An F-33 pilot flies into contested airspace, but they're not just flying one plane. They are commanding a swarm of loyal wingman drones. Some of these drones could fly ahead to scout for threats, using their own sensors to paint a picture of the battlefield without the F-33 ever having to turn on its own radar and reveal its position. Other drones could be armed with extra missiles, acting as flying magazines to extend the F-33's combat endurance. Some might even be equipped with powerful electronic warfare suites to jam enemy radars and communications, creating a corridor of confusion for the manned jet to exploit. This system of systems approach is a game changer. It distributes risk. Instead of putting a multi-hundred-million-dollar jet and its priceless pilot at risk for every single task, you can send a more expendable drone. It also multiplies effectiveness. One pilot can control a vast area of the battle space, effectively being in multiple places at once. This is the core philosophy behind the NGAD program. Now, let's focus on the star player, the F-33 itself. What kind of technologies are we expecting to see? First, let's talk about the airframe. Leaked concepts and artist renderings often show a large, tailless, deltang design. Think of something like a sleeker, more futuristic B-2 Spirit bomber but designed for air-to-air combat. Why tailless? Vertical tails, like the ones on the F-22 and F-35, are great for maneuverability, but they also create a significant radar signature, especially from the side. By removing them, you achieve a new level of all-aspect stealth, making the jet incredibly difficult to detect from any angle. To compensate for the loss of traditional control surfaces, the F-33 would likely rely on advanced thrust vectoring and a highly sophisticated flight control system. This means it could still perform incredible maneuvers, pointing its nose where the pilot wants to go, regardless of where the aircraft is actually flying. It's the kind of agility that would leave current-generation fighters in the dust. Under the hood, the F-33 would be powered by next-generation adaptive cycle engines. These aren't your standard jet engines. They can actually change how they work mid-flight. For long-range cruising to the combat zone, the engine can switch to a high-bypass mode, much like a commercial airliner's engine, making it incredibly fuel. This would give the F-33 a massive combat radius, a crucial requirement for the vast distances of the Pacific Theater. But once the fight is on, the engine can reconfigure itself into a high-thrust, low-bypass turbojet, delivering extreme speed and performance. It's like having two engines in one, giving the pilot the best of both worlds, incredible range and blistering combat power. Of course, a sixth-generation fighter is more than just its airframe and engines. It's a flying supercomputer. The F-33 would feature an open architecture mission system. In simple terms, this means its software and hardware can be upgraded quickly and easily, much like an app on your smartphone. In the past, upgrading a fighter's avionics could take years and cost a fortune. With an open architecture, the Air Force can rapidly integrate new weapons, sensors, and software to counter emerging threats without having to redesign the entire jet. The cockpit would likely be a complete departure from what we see today. Instead of a series of screens and gauges, the pilot might have a single panoramic display, or even a helmet-mounted display that projects all necessary information directly onto their visor. With the help of artificial intelligence, the jet systems would filter the overwhelming flood of data from its sensors and drone wingmen, presenting the pilot with only the most critical information needed to make split-second decisions. The AI could suggest tactical options, identify the highest priority threats, and even manage the drone swarm autonomously, freeing up the pilot to focus on the bigger strategic picture. And what about weapons? The F-33 would almost certainly be designed to carry the next generation of air-to-air and air-to-ground munitions. We're talking about longer-range missiles, hypersonic weapons traveling at over 5 times the speed of sound, and perhaps even directed energy weapons, like lasers. These lasers could be used to defend the aircraft by shooting down incoming missiles or to disable enemy sensors without ever firing a shot. The internal weapons bays would need to be massive to accommodate these larger, more advanced weapons, which again points to a larger overall airframe than the F-22. The stealth technology itself would also be a leap forward. It's not just about the shape of the aircraft. The F-33 would use advanced radar-absorbent materials and coatings that are more durable and easier to maintain than those on current stealth jets. It might even incorporate smart skins, where the aircraft's surface is embedded with antennas and sensors, further reducing its radar cross-section and turning the entire airframe into a giant sensor. So, when can we expect to see this technological marvel take to the skies? The NGAD program is highly classified, but officials have confirmed that a full-scale demonstrator has already flown. This isn't just a concept on a computer screen. A prototype has been built and tested in the real world. The Air Force is looking to get the F-33, or whatever it'll be called, into service by the 2030s. The costs will be astronomical, with each manned fighter projected to cost several $100 million. And that's before you even factor in the cost of the drone wingmen. But for the United States, the price of not having air dominance is even higher. The F-33 isn't just about building a better fighter jet. It's about securing the skies for the next 50 years and ensuring that no adversary can challenge American air power. It's a bold, ambitious, and revolutionary leap into the future of aerial warfare. This is truly the cutting edge of aerospace engineering, a glimpse into a future where pilots are quarterbacks. Their jets are stealthy supercomputers, and the battlefield is managed by a team of intelligent machines. The era of the lone wolf fighter pilot is ending, and the age of the networked AI-assisted air dominance system is about to begin. The F-33 is the herald of that new age. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this deep dive into the future of air combat fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest in military tech. Let us know in the comments what you think about the F-33 and the NGAD program. We'll see you in the next one.